Right, you guys, recording. So hi and welcome to my channel. I'm back with a new video, and we're gonna check out a video called Joe Rogan and Burr, Society Doesn't Dictate Gender Differences. Wondering exactly what they're gonna talk about here. We're gonna see. So I'm not gonna ramble. Let's get straight into the video.
You walk off stage and get on that fucking thing?
That was loud.
You got a driver? What do you give a fuck? You don't give a fuck about anything. I could be on the road forever in that.
Just making eggs on that little stovetop.
No, you're in there drinking. You're doing what you want. You're watching Goodfellas or fucking Anchorman.
Good old
That is
70s.
pretty beautiful. It's so well. It's an experience too. You're riding in that thing. That's a retro experience. That's not just a truck.
Yeah, that thing. My wife nixed it. She's like, where are you gonna put it? Whatever. I go, the fucking driver will keep it. I don't need it.
Yeah.
She was right. My wife's always right. Not always, but mostly.
Women don't like when you collect shit. Like, where are you gonna put that? They don't like that. You get too many things.
No,
That's
I know.
half the reason why I got this place. Collect shit here.
Oh yeah.
Nobody can say nothing. This spot, no one says nothing.
No, but then it becomes, you spend more time down there than you do up here.
I don't though. I got it nailed. I figured it out. Get up early.
Oh, you're being such a jerk. That's why they don't have a point. I don't. I can actually refute your opinion, your point, or whatever.
It's so universal too.
Bill Burr been through it. He got all the stories.
All women have that response, like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, their way or the highway.
Yeah,
that's it.
Well, imagine being them, and watching you. Imagine being a woman, taking care of your children. You know, you give birth, you get this little tiny infant, and then financially, you're relying on this fucking maniac who's out there flying helicopters and fixing cars and playing drums all day. He's like, "What are you?" As long as the money keeps coming in, they can't say anything, but they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah. At the end of the day, you married an 8-year-old.
Exactly. You want to marry a comedian? Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, you're lucky we're not drug addicts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I gotta work on myself, man. I gotta fucking.
I'm not doing that.
I am a difficult person to live with, evidently. I didn't realize it, but like I'm now looking at it honestly, stepping back and looking. I go, yeah, I can see that. I can fucking see that.
Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm definitely difficult.
Well, if you don't think about it, they'll remind you about it.
Yeah. But I mean, I would just imagine relying on me. I mean, I'm reliable. Like, I'm not.
I want to be like, look,
irresponsible.
if you could have married the me that worked in a fucking warehouse, and I would have been the same thing, you know, and we would be in a fucking studio apartment.
Here's the deal, though. They wouldn't have married you.
Huh?
They would have found someone better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. If you were just fucking off, never
I
got your
don't
shit
want to
together.
think like that though, because like I believe still. I know that a lot of people would disagree, but like when you found someone, the first thing is not money, right? As grown people, because like looks and money and all that like you're gonna live with that person. You want to connect. It's more than that. So there's some people, like if you find someone when you have money, you will never know if that person want to be with you regardless. And usually people, if you have money, you meet someone and that person don't have the same amount of money, that person definitely is for you for, I would say like 90% of that person is with you because of what you got and not who you are.
No, you know what it is about women too, is their ability to move on.
Yeah. Woo,
like I've always said, like if I ever fucking died, how quickly all my clothes would be down at the Goodwill. You know, and she'd just be like, you know, sell the house. Let's just burn some sage.
Yeah.
That was interesting. All right.
Well,
next up to the plate.
All my discussions with biologists and people who study, like, what's Gad Sad's, what is his discipline? Behavioral psychology. But he studies, you know,
his name is Gad Sad. Is that his last name? That's his full name.
S-A-A-D. G-A-D, that's his first name, Gad. S-A-A-D is his last name.
Does it rhyme? Does it also rhyme?
Lebanese-Canadian evolutionary behavioral scientist. Okay. Brilliant guy. He was on the podcast.
So in Lebanon, does his name still rhyme?
That's a good question.
Is there anywhere he can go where my name's Gad Sad?
No. He calls himself the Gadfather. He's a great guy.
Oh, so he just steered into it.
He's a great guy.
I can imagine when he was 13.
But brilliant when
My
he's
last
talking
name's Sad.
about...
Why would you name me Gad, Mom?
Gad, sad. I don't think sad means the same thing over there. You know? Different language.
At the end of the day, it rhymes. There's no country you can be on. You could be on that fucking little island where they shot that guy with the arrows, and they're going to make fun of you. They'll probably kick you off the island. You can't name your like some of these celebrities, some of the fucking names they name their kids. It's just like, don't you remember school? You don't remember how fucking mean kids were? Why are you giving painting a fucking? I get it. You're creative.
Yeah.
Have a meditation room. Fucking don't do that with the name.
I know. Give him a nice Bill name. William.
This is Folding Chair Johnson.
People need to express themselves. They do it through the naming of their children.
My other favorite thing that what they do is when they fucking they put their political agenda on them. Like the kid doesn't even have a fucking chance. Like this whole thing, like gender roles.
Babies.
By the way.
And they making whatever they believe in their identity, like who they are, their personality.
That my little experience being a dad, going to kid birthday parties. Those kids are not old enough for that behavior to be learned. Dude, the kids come, the boys show up, it is fucking Braveheart. They come over the fucking hill. Yeah. The girls are social. They're sitting there, they're taking things in. You know, the kids, boys come in, they fucking... Dude, we were at one on Saturday, and there was this kid who's hilarious. He looked like a little Bobby Hurley. He was a point guard, right? And he was playing this game. He had like this ball, and he was using his like forearms as a bat, and he was hitting it. Then he would catch it, and then he would throw it between his legs. And he was doing all this. This kid's hand-eye coordination was great for his age. So over in the corner where I was sitting with my daughter was these like little like sort of like cushions that someone had put together, like three-piece thing, and made it into like a little chair for so an old person like me could sit down. So I stood up because I was worried the ball was going to hit, so I was kind of guarding that. So he went over and got the ball at one point, and just seeing the chair there, you know, all built like that, he just saw it and just kicked it and just destroyed it and then continued on. I was thinking, like, why did he do that?
Because he's a boy.
He's a boy. Yeah, we like ruin shit.
Well, you got a lot of energy. Little kids like need something to do that's physical. Their little bodies have their little batteries overflowing with energy.
I'm just saying that their shit was all about like.
See, obviously you need discipline and stuff, but kids have so much energy. Like we've been kids before. When I see adults like sit down, be still, like ugh, it's horrible. Like they just want them to be on their phone and don't want to put in work. And you need to do things.
Grabbing, throwing, breaking.
Yeah.
Breaking.
Yeah, do you remember being a kid?
Yeah.
Everybody did that.
So this whole thing of like, well, women aren't aggressive like that because, you know,
society standards.
Yeah, I think they're aggressive in like, I think that they literally from like just survival shit, they're looking at like, all right, that's what I have to compete with. And you see them looking at the boys who appear to be dominating, and what they are is they're actually showing all of their cards, and the little girls are already taking it in, breaking them down, knowing, well, I can't get physical with this person. I can't like dominate this person physically. This is definitely, and they just immediately start going like, that's why they're fucking smarter than we are, I think. No? Did I lose you somewhere in that?
I don't necessarily think they're smarter. I think what's going on is that men have different DNA, and the genes are aggressive, and men are supposed to be doing reckless shit.
Right.
That's
I'm just saying it's not society didn't sit down and they didn't watch 3 cereal commercials and then be like, oh, I need to be fucking this. I just think that's just some bullshit that adults came up with. And
it's not just adults. It's almost always women. It's women that think that there's something wrong with the way men are raising their sons. They think there's something that, like, this idea of these men raising these kids and these kids being aggressive is because of the way they've been coached. That's not true. That's just a part of being a boy. There's a shit ton of studies if people wanted to actually look at the science. I mean, if you leave boys alone with toys and girls alone with toys, boys will gravitate towards trucks and fucking, you know, things that they can hit and smash, and girls sit down there with little teacups and they play with dolls. It's natural. It's just 100% natural.
Yeah.
There was a documentary on they-bees. You know what? They-bees are gender neutral. They're raising their kids gender neutral, so they don't call them a boy or a girl.
And my thing with that is there's no way you're not saying to your son, you're sure you don't want to wear the dress? And then the kid wants to fucking It wants the parents' approval. Yeah, I didn't want that football. I guess I wanted the dress. And it's just like I said, you know, my kid's barely 2, so what the fuck do I know? I'm just saying my limited experience at kids' birthday parties it's not even how it was ever even questioned that, like, they're too young. They're fucking year and a half, 2 years old. Like, you're telling me that society has already... Yeah, they have...
Yeah, I mean, you're born either a boy or a girl. And it's kind of interesting. The other day, I saw like a clip with a group of transgender people. And it's interesting how all of them agree that they think it's strange when, people that are a man or a woman are comfortable with their gender, have like their pronouns in their bio. Like, you obviously see that if you're a guy, for example, if you're a guy and you have he or his or whatever, like, and you're not a transgender, like, why do you have that in there? All those transgender people thought it was strange. They were like, this is like something that we have going on because we're transgender. And now, I don't know, people, a man or a woman, that are genetically born one, or are comfortable in their gender. This is so complicated, I'm sorry. I'm not, like, I don't have the best knowledge in this, but that they want to start put their pronouns in when, like, why do you have that? Like, it was kind of interesting that they thought it was strange too. So, people want to put their noses in where they do not belong. And just want to be so politically correct and say, I'm so woke, I have so much knowledge in this, I'm so open to things, when you're really not. You're very closed in and very extreme with your thoughts and beliefs. And people like that, it's like all or nothing. You either with them or against them. It's like hard to even get into them, even have a discussion. It's kind of pointless sometimes, to be honest. But I definitely do think that it's certain things in the society that also affects, like, me growing up. Like, men could, or boys, I guess when we were kids, they could do whatever they wanted. They never had to clean up, take responsibility or nothing, while the girls had to take care of their, like, when we were 10 years old, they had to take care of the siblings, they had to clean up, they couldn't play, they had to help out the household. So I grew up in a pretty poor neighborhood though, with like, it was like a mixture of refugees and immigrant neighborhoods. So we're coming from different cultures all over the world. So I definitely been very rebellish, how do you say rebel? Since growing up, like, I was always loved sport, and that was not accepted. I was not encouraged to it, but I always was with the guys and played, because the girls had to grow up so fast when we were kids. Like, they couldn't play, they couldn't do that because they had to be adult when we were just kids, and I hated that. So it's sad, but for me to feel like I could be a kid, I had to be with the guys, and we played and have fun. But so in some places it's taught, like, and men obviously are naturally built stronger, and we're different, so that definitely have an effect with, like, weakness and strength that's in our society, what we're gonna do. But yeah, I'm not gonna ramble. This could be like a long discussion, but what do you guys think? Comment down below. And I appreciate you watching if you made it till the end and listening to me talking. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and hopefully I'll see you guys in another video. Appreciate you watching.